Let's talk about something a little uncomfortable. It's that gap, right? The gap between the person you imagine yourself being and the person you actually are when you look at your day-to-day life. It's a feeling a lot of us have, but we just don't really talk about it. See, on one hand, you've got these incredible ambitions. You're going to write the book. You're going to launch the business. You're going to get into the best shape of your life. And then, well, then there's the other hand, the reality. Another hour just disappears into your phone. Another night on the couch watching just one more episode. And another promise to yourself that tomorrow is the day you'll start. So, let me ask you this. Do you ever feel like you're living two different lives? There's the life you dream about, the one that's full of action and accomplishment, and then there's the one you're actually in. If that question hits home even a little bit, then you're in exactly the right place. So what is going on here? I mean, why is there such a huge canyon between what we say we want and what we actually do? Well, let's get into the diagnosis. It's something we can call the brain's comfort trap. But before we go any further, I need you to just stop for a second and really let this sink in. The absolute first thing you have to understand is this. You are not lazy. I'm serious. What you're feeling isn't a flaw in your character. So if it isn't laziness, then what in the world is it? Well, it's a hardwired biological process. It's called the comfort loop. Your brain's #1 job is to avoid pain and seek comfort. It's a survival mechanism. And a big, ambitious goal? To your brain, that reads as pain. It's hard, it's uncertain, it's scary. So your brain, just doing its job, gently steers you away from that pain and toward the immediate comfort of something easy. And here's what that loop actually looks like in real life. Does any of this ring a bell? The endless scroll through social media, checking your email for the 5th time in 10 minutes. Or the big one, the classic, you know what, I'll just do it tomorrow. So this is the crucial thing to get, and I'm going to say it again because it's everything. This is not a character flaw. It is a brain function. Your brain is just running its programming, trying to keep you safe and comfortable. But, and this is a really big but, while it's a totally normal brain function, letting it run your life has a very, very high cost. And that brings us to the prognosis. What happens when we just keep waiting? There is a word that is quietly killing more dreams than failure ever could. It sounds so harmless. It sounds responsible, even. But that word, tomorrow, it might just be the most dangerous word in your vocabulary. And why is that? It's because the promise of tomorrow is a comforting lie we tell ourselves. Tomorrow never feels like the right day. There's always something. And so pretty soon, tomorrow becomes next week. And that next week, well, it quietly slips into next month. And next month, as you already know, has a nasty habit of becoming next year. So I want you to ask yourself, just be honest for a second, how many years have already gone by while you've been waiting for the right tomorrow? Okay, that was heavy, I know, but we have to acknowledge the cost before we can find the cure. The good news, the really good news, you are not stuck. There is a way out of this trap. So let's get to the prescription. 3 simple steps to break free. We're going to break this down into 3 super clear, super actionable principles. First, you're going to make it extremely small. Second, you're going to use routines, not willpower. And third, you're going to apply the 2-minute rule. That's it. No complex systems, just these 3 ideas. All right, let's look at step 1. The whole reason your brain avoids your big goal is because it's big. It's intimidating. So we make the task so small it's almost laughable. You're not going to write a book. Forget that phrase. Today, your only job is to write 1 single sentence. That's it. Your brain can't even fight that. It's not painful. It's not scary. It's just 1 sentence. Okay, on to step 2. Think of willpower like the battery on your phone. It drains throughout the day. You can't rely on it to be there for you at 8 p.m. Routines, on the other hand, are like plugging your phone in. They become automatic. So you take that tiny action, writing 1 sentence, and you schedule it every morning at 8 a.m. with your coffee. The goal isn't to feel motivated. The goal is just to make it happen automatically. And finally, step 3, the 2-minute rule. This one is all about building momentum. The rule is just so simple. If a task pops into your head that you know will take less than 2 minutes to finish, you do it immediately. Right then. Don't write it down. Don't put it off. Just do it. This starts training your brain to choose action over procrastination, 1 tiny little win at a time. So, you have the steps, but how do you make it all stick? This brings us to the aftercare. what you can do to take your first step today. Here is a huge mental shift. We are obsessed with finishing, but big goals can take a really long time. The key is to completely change the game and reward the starting. So, did you write your one sentence today? That is the win. That's a victory. The celebration isn't for the finished book years from now, it's for the fact that you showed up today.
And this isn't just about patting yourself on the back. This simple act of acknowledging the start, it literally begins to rewire your brain's reward system. It starts to associate the action of starting with a positive feeling. You are essentially hacking your own comfort loop to work for you.
And please remember this above everything else. Consistency is so much more important than perfection. One messy sentence a day for a year is 365 sentences. A perfect, brilliant chapter that you're going to write someday is still 0 sentences.
So as we finish up, I want to leave you with just one question. Forget about next week, forget about tomorrow. Just think about right now. What is your 2-minute action? What is one tiny thing you can do today to move just a single step closer to the life you truly want?